Hi everybody. I'm just sitting here making hot rod turbo noises because it's what I love the most in life. As you guys can see, I love my hot rod turbo noises. And now I have a hot rod turbo. And I can drink my coffee and drive my car and maybe have me a little sound system where I can be bumping. Oh, guys, I've built cars my whole life. Never for myself. I can't tell you how many things I've built. I don't get to keep them. They're for customers. This one's mine. Yeah. And I wanted to get in here, really put some weight on it, because my chain is in. It's good. It's underneath my bucket right now. And we're good. I still have suspension. It's not fully assembled yet because I'm still waiting on parts, of course. Yeah. But that is done. I hadn't really told everybody everything about the steering yet because I wasn't so sure about that. The steering, the rack. It was a very inexpensive rack from eBay that I think is from a kid's vehicle of some sort. I don't really know what. The wheel and the all that is from a go-kart. This is all good. The rack was a bit questionable, but it was tiny. I wanted tiny to fit up there. So, yeah. But now, it's hitting my toolbox over here. I can't really steer it too far. It's good. It feels like power steering. So, we're good. I'll show you guys what I did down there to make it real. It's solid mounted now. It ain't going nowhere. And we got steering. So, yeah, we're good. So, we need to figure out everything else. Let me show you guys what we got going on down here. Because this is all just still sitting here right now because I wanted to be able to sit in here and figure out where I need to be. If I can look at something, my brain does all of the designs in my head. I know not everybody can do that. I can usually look at one part and design everything that goes around that part in my head. I don't know why. Sometimes it can be a bit of a curse. I'll walk in and see a badass hot rod part and be like, oh, I'm building this. And then I end up building an entire something around one part. Yeah, so train's honking. Boom, boom, boom. Love this thing. And what I'm trying to do too, trying to make it easy to get in and out of. I don't want this thing to be tough to get in and out of. I was thinking about maybe doing more up here, but that may make it tougher. So I want it easy. Okay, so now down here, some of the details on the front. If you guys can see, it is just a normal steering rack. Nothing funny there. Actually, I see it may be a little bit crooked. I think you need to straighten that out. But if you guys can see, the metal plate, the steel plate now comes off the frame, comes down. The rack is sitting on the steel plate, and I put in U-bolts on both sides. I drilled holes here and here. I found these big U-bolts that are 1 1/8 inch diameter that perfectly fit around the steering rack. So that's awesome. If you guys can see down in there, there's little spacers right down there that space the rack up so that when it cinches it down, it clamps it all together super tight. The rack doesn't move at all. That rack is solid. And I think I just need to loosen those bolts and pivot it down just a little bit because it kind of, it was moving real bad. But with those U-bolts on there now, it's locked in place, good to go. And looks absolutely perfect. I wanted that tiny rack because I didn't want a bunch of stuff hanging out. And I wanted the steering to be able to sneak under my motor plate, come out the back, and then come up to my wheel, which it does. That's muy bueno taco time. So our front end is pretty much done. And our motor is now located. We got one bolt in it back here and one in up here. And chain goes down underneath the frame. And right now I'm just still mocking that up. I was sitting on it with my tub on it to make sure that we are going to clear back here. Because it's not, it's not the easiest thing to see. But let me go ahead and get this tub popped off of here and I'll show you guys what we got going on down here. Now you guys can clearly see what we got going on down here. Right now, this chain, my engine chain, is long. It's coming back and just looped around my rear end just to keep it straight so that I can see that it is straight and in line with my assembly. All is good and comes straight back, so we're good to go there. And this one is my drive chain here. And of course, I'm still waiting on my jack shaft. I'm trying to just get everything figured out before my jack shaft gets here. So when it gets here, I can just pop my stuff in place, poke some holes, bolt it in, and be good to go. Because now I'm pretty sure it's 100% going to work. Let me get in here a little closer and show you guys what we got going on. Okay, I went ahead and scooted it over there now, so now you can see the train, the chain does go straight forward. This one over here goes straight up to my engine, so we're good to go there. And this other one here next to it is my drive chain. This one is 420 chain that comes off my belt drive. 420 coming off my belt drive, coming down. This one is a 428 that now goes to a sprocket that's on my diff. That is a 15 tooth sprocket that I was able to find. So that's all good to go. And really what I want to do is get this tube moved down because I was sitting on it with my tub where it's at bouncing and the chain wasn't still touching. So we're good to go there. I really just wanted to double check that because it's very close because I have the whole frame about as low as I can get it. So yeah, so we need to, I just want to move this tube down because as you guys can see right now, it's up. You know, it's got the chains raised up a little bit. I just want to move this tube down, put some clamps on it, and then we can really see what it's going to look like. So let's go ahead and do that real quick.
Sometimes we forget that we have all the power to change everything. But we're too focused on all the crazy things that happened yesterday. Well, no one said that this life would be easy.
More coffee, please. I need a coffee assistant, please. Or do I just drink too much coffee? I like coffee. Okay, down here. Got our clamps on. And yeah, things are fitting even better. So we're totally good. I went ahead and slid that tube forward so I can really mock it up. Because I want to be... The pivot for this chain needs to be right where my rear end pivots at my radius arms. My radius rods that come back, or you know, my track bars that come back, those are my pivot for my rear, and my chain needs to pivot at about the same place so that it doesn't stretch my chain, stretch it or loosen it as we're cycling the suspension. So when the suspension goes up and down, the chain will stay good and be good to go. And yeah, that's looking great. Let's just go ahead and let me just see if I can do this. And you guys can actually see what's going on here. You guys can see I'm bushing on suspension pretty good. And we're not hitting my chain down there. That is good to go. And that's actually going to come down a little more, so I'm thinking we're good. That makes me all kinds of happy. Yes. This was the biggest question I didn't know about, was this whole assembly. But yeah, and especially if I raise this rod up just a little bit, that one's going to drop down. We're going to have plenty of room for my suspension. Taco time. Awesome, guys. Yes. Okay. And really what I want, if you guys can see this angle back here, I looked it up before I did it. This angle right here on my frame, I want to match up with this angle right here, which it perfectly does now. Especially if I pitch the back up just a little bit, it matches perfect. So if we just raise that rear up just a little bit, which we may need for our chain clearance, it's going to be perfect with my tub. My layout is going to be perfect. Because for me, you know, I could jab everything together and we'd have all these parts in the same assembly, but it wouldn't look cool. I think I've spent half my life redesigning stuff to look a little cooler. I like stuff to be pleasing to the eye. Whenever you walk up on it, I want you to go, ooh. I want you to look at every single piece of it. That's just how I build everything. Houses, plumbing, wiring. It doesn't matter. I like it to be good. And I don't have enough funds to make things perfect at times, but I do what I can. And right now, just looking at sheet metal, I've gotten a deal on almost everything here because it's cut stuff that I can do whatever. My chains, you know, chains I had to buy brand new, and my jack shaft I had to buy brand new, and it's taking forever to get here. Let's hope it hurries up. I want that thing here soon. Because the biggie is, all of this is getting done for Cruising Limburg, guys. Cruising Limburg is a huge festival we have here in St. Louis now. We have this strip of road called South Limburg. Well, Limburg goes almost all the way around St. Louis. It's a big loop, goes all around St. Louis. On our end, we have South Limburg. South Limburg is a cruising and racing spot that we've raced at and cruised at for my whole life. It got kind of slowed down there for a bit because the racing got too much. The cops put a nix on all of that, and that whole area just slowed down. Businesses weren't doing good out there. And then my good buddies Jason and a couple of his buddies, they decided to kind of get things going because they love hot rods too. And Fairway Automotive has now had several car shows that have kind of sponsored the whole deal. And now we have a turbo hot rod, guys, that I'm going to cruise on Limburg, that I cannot wait to get out there and make some turbo noises. Pow! Get this little turbo popping. Oh, it's going to pop. Oh, I can't wait. And now, yeah, we're going to send power to the back and tires spinning. And let me show you guys. I was totally surprised. If anybody wants to do some calculations and figure out some maths, I love doing math. I'm good at it, but I have a lot of other stuff to do right now. And if anybody wants to figure it out, the drive on this thing seems like it's going to be nuts. Because I was drilling out the rear pinion, or the shaft that comes out. I'm going to have my coupler that slides over the spline shaft, my sprocket, and then it's going to bolt on. I drilled out the center just a little bit, and I tapped it. Oh, it wasn't easy. I was scared the whole time, but it's done. If you guys saw, there's a bolt down here now. Yeah, it's bolted on. So the bolt there in the center, I'm still waiting on my spline drive. You can see that the sprocket's just sitting there. But the spline drive will get welded to the socket. It'll all just bolt on. That's awesome. So now we have an 8mm 125 thread that goes inside the spline coupler, and it's all good. That is awesome. So I know for a fact that that's going to be solid coming back. And if you guys are wondering about my pivot up here, it's not so strong. I may make some, well, I'm going to make mounts that probably come down to this side to brace it, and then possibly come down over to this side with a bearing to be able to put a bearing on this side to, in case it wants to pull this way. The bearing will keep it centered, and now that it's threaded, I can put a spacer here. Oh, where is it? I have a bearing spacer. There's a Lovejoy coupler. Here it is. Bearing spacer. That's for a Yamaha wheel bearing. So that can go on there. Bearing can go here. Bracket will come down to support it. Chain won't pull my rear end parts apart. And yeah, that, put those parts back. That makes me stoked. I'm so happy about that. Between that now being bolted on and this now being bolted on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And two, why it's the size that it is. Yeah, full. Oh, I got a little bit of room right there. Let's use right here to build it. And to store it, it needs to be able to fit right here. So I need to be able to open my door, roll it in. It needs to be able to sit next to Soichiro. They need to be able to talk and talk turbo noises. They're all happy just because they're turbocharged. And life is good, guys. Life is real good. This thing, let me just go ahead and sit down here for a minute. Yeah. I've done a lot of things in my life too. This was an idea that I didn't really ever think was gonna really get going. I didn't know. I just wanted to make turbo noises and do something cool to show you guys that I can do cool stuff. It's ready to go over 200, guys. First gear, it did 0 to 56 in first gear. I shifted and just dipped on the second, and it went to 72 instantly. 56, 72, and we were about to hit 100 in second gear. Oh! Yeah. I think it's time for our test rider. I know several guys. My good buddy used to race motocross. I think he still might. He's about one of the most agile people you've ever seen on a motorcycle. And he's a horse jockey. He's not fat boy like Grandpa Ben over here. So, once again, hot rod, trailer, towing the bike. He might be sitting on it waving at everybody because Cruising Limburg is coming soon. And that thing's ready to go fast, but we just want to cruise and make some noises. But if you cruise this thing, you're doing 90 instantly, which we can't really do that on Limburg. So this is made to go about 20, maybe 15 popping, rear tire spinning. Because when I drilled that thing, I had the tires burning with my drill. That thing, what I want somebody to figure out is my gearing. I now have a 15 tooth. It's now a 15 tooth on here. This is an 11 tooth. The engine will hit about 6,000 RPM, I think. This rear end I was looking from Easy Go. This is set up with an electric motor. You know, the electric motor just slides on right here, and it's made to go 7,000 RPM. So, and I know those electric golf carts, they will pop up and pull a wheelie if you got full power, but the batteries always suck. But we're not using batteries, so we're gonna have full power sending back here. If you guys want to try and figure out my calculations here, because it should be a 1-to-1 here. I'm gonna use the same size gears here, so it'll be from here, which is 11 teeth, to 15 tooth, to whatever this housing gears it down to, because I know we're gonna gain some torque back here. So if you guys want to figure that out, let me know. Put that in the comments, because I don't really know how to even start it with that stuff. I grind a wheel. thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for all my craziness out here. This was really just to kind of get you guys tuned in with the details, because I think that's what you guys really want to know, because I have a feeling you guys might want to build one of these too, because it's about to be pow, get that turbo popping. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Way more to come. Thanks for watching. When in doubt, figure it out. Let's ride.